Florida State is now 0-2 and looking like a big bad disappointment. Now before I take a nice big steaming pile on old DJU, I want to kind of bring things into perspective for a second. This game was lost by Florida State as a whole, not just DJU. There's a lot of bad things going on, penalties, undisciplinary stuff, weird play calling, a whole mishmash menagerie. And I really don't want to get into the technicalities of the footballness of this. I just kind of want to point, laugh, and wave at what's happening to Florida State University, a team that went literally undefeated in the regular season, retopples after losing a lot and bringing a lot in through the transfer portal. They're looking like a skeleton of a team, and I think the biggest reality of what the transfer portal era can wrongly produce. People like to take, come out Colorado for being full transfers and them having problems, which they clearly do. But now we're seeing these big teams like Florida State. We saw Texas A&M. We're seeing Florida. We're seeing these schools with a bunch of transfers and no more substance that can't keep it up and back it up to come into this game. Look, let me just get something clear. Boston College and Georgia Tech, even though shout out Georgia Tech, they handled business against Georgia State. They are bullying Florida State in the trenches, dog. These are supposed to be high draft picks on the defensive line. These are Alabama, Georgia, Florida. Like these are top SEC, transfers coming in to Florida State. And if I'm being honest with you, the bodies didn't look right. If you watch college football, them big bodies that should be clogging up holes and different things like that, I feel like Florida State doesn't really have all what they need to, or it looked like at least it didn't. That's not what they had going on. You know what I'm saying? Because Boston College, I would just look up in number one, that amazing quarterback. I can't forget his name, even though I heard his name 1,000 times tonight. That's probably why I forgot it, because they yelled it so much, because he was just walking through the offensive line, and then a running back would pop off, and then now they got safeties not wanting to tackle on Florida State. Look, it's a lot of problems down there in Tallahassee, and they need to figure it out really quick, fast, and in a hurry. So we're going to kind of jump through some of these things, look at some reactions, right? Because I'm not going to sit here and bore you all day. It's also way too late to be yelling and screaming and talking about different film breakdowns and stuff. And, it's YouTube, so I can't really use film. But this is what I'll say about the game recap. Boston College is the real deal. Billy O'Brien's got them boys cooking. That quarterback is a dog. Their running back is a dog. They've got a freshman running back who's, guess what? He's a dog. It's a bunch of dogs out there in Boston College. They're going to go ahead and try to take over the New England area with Billy O.B. The wonderful Saint who destroyed my Texans franchise is going to hopefully bring some goodness to old Boston College, and is looking like a good team versus Florida State, which is a team that doesn't have any identity. DJ Uiagalelei couldn't hit the barn side, the red. How do you say it? How's the expression go? He couldn't hit the broadside of a barn with a goddamn bazooka, son. I'm telling you what. A lot of struggles. Obviously, the blatant pass you'll see of him just missing someone wide open in the end zone. It's a lot of head scratchers, right? Because I understand that DJU was recruited as one of the best pro-style quarterbacks to come out of his little situation. I'm not going to say draft class, but his recruiting class. You know what I'm saying? And he was highly touted, comes to Clemson right after T-Law, looks good in his first game, and then has been mid to mediocre everywhere else he's gone. And now it's going off a backward spiral where he seems like he can't juice or give anything to this offense. It'd be different if DJ was just going out there, Brett Favre, and just slinging it all over the yard, and he was, dropping picks and doing all that stuff. He wasn't that, even though he did throw a horrendous pick that I hated. It just seems like he never wanted to make the big decision. And on top of that, he never had that much time to make a bad decision. Because again, I don't want to make this all about DJU. It's not all about him. It's also about that offensive line that was getting ran through. Like, wait, what did Nick Saban say? Shit on the shingle or something. I don't know. Nick Saban says something a little snappier. That's why he's a head coach and I'm not. I liked it, but there was shit flying, son. That's all I know. It was flying up out of him. And that's how the defensive line of Boston College was doing to Florida State's offensive line. It wasn't a good sight. Wasn't a fun sight, but they got dominated. Like, there's no other way to say that. So let's take a look and see how people feel about it. Yeah, dog. You need to get up out of there, dog. I don't think there are any more Florida State fans left, right? I think we're seeing. Yeah, I mean, dog, it just was. It was and y'all saw that flick to deep pass. I thought that was kind of fresh. Y'all saw that one, that double pass, that pitch to pass. DJ locked up on that. This is what I'm talking about, man. Both of these quarterbacks are in the National Football League, not the National Flag Football League. The National, the big bad dog. Ugh, I had to sip on that nectar. What are we doing? I'm not here to call people old and say you shouldn't do this or shouldn't do that, but DJ Uiagalelei, someone said something amazing. I think it was one of the commentators. He was saying, like, DJ U's arm and his consistency is the reason why he's been in college for 6 years and not at the NFL level, because he just doesn't. He's showing that he just doesn't have it, dog. He just. I don't know what it is, if it's a mental thing or whatever it is, but he doesn't have the thing to galvanize an offense. I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback, because he's clearly not a bad quarterback. If you've seen him, he can make some passes. He made some great passes too, but the inconsistencies is enough to not even want to like live with any of these situations. It's some nasty work, and to see that Bryce Young and CJ Stroud are out there in the league, it's a crazy sight to see. Hey, man, Cade Klubnik is not the worst quarterback in the ACC. He wasn't before this. It always was DJ. It was always DJ. It always was. Looks like we got an upset Florida State fan here. He wants to sue the players. Okay, that's fire. If you can see here, he says, I'm wondering if there is a case to be made about gross negligence / embezzlement with the contributed funds. Seriously, any lawyers here? If that was a thing, don't worry, Texas A&M would have already won all the money back. Dabo Swinney won 11 games with DJU. Might be the best coaching job ever. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if y'all been watching DJ for a while, since the Clemson days, it's always been, oh, so you're just a mediocre quarterback. Like, that's all it is. It's not, DJ is not terrible. He's not an awful quarterback. Like, and I hate when people like to double down on these things. He just sometimes misses stuff, and he doesn't have as much power on the outside. Like, there was no, besides number one, I forgot what his name is, Portier. That dude's a dog. They didn't really have any go-to guys like they were supposed to, and there was supposed to be this big touted run game. It didn't really seem like it was helping in the way that it really should have, and really bolstering the offense. That Boston College, and that's what I wanted to say. Because when I was talking about shit going through shingles and bad Nick Saban quotes, that Boston College defense was humming, boy. That looked like a not Nick Fangio, who was homie that ran all them cover zero blitzes out there in Miami? Nick Flores? I forgot his name, but it looked that type of, like, it was just all these multiple leagues. He was mugging the line. There were, and it's not just, okay, we mug the line. People have been mugging lines and messing with numbers. They've been doing that for a long time in the NFL. It was specifically the way that he was bringing pressure. It was very, very impactful. It was putting these tackles on islands. It was putting these tackles who clearly aren't equipped to go the full length of an ACC schedule in some terrorized situations, and that was an awful time to see. This is never good. But, I mean, this is Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey going to say nasty stuff. But, yeah, it's never great when the alumni, the FSU alumni, and Jalen Ramsey, if I'm not correct, if I'm not miscorrected, y'all were awful every year except his freshman year, because I think that was one of the last years of Dabo. But they were pretty bad when Jalen Ramsey was around. If I remember correctly, I can't remember it now. Jalen Ramsey wasn't bad. Let me make sure we get that correct. That boy was going crazy. He was playing corner and safety back in the day. Yeah, man. I mean, this speaks for itself. DJ Uiagalelei was having a strong time. Together, let's drive. Service Advisor Chevrolet. Hey, that fits him, don't it? Don't that fit him? Look at that smile, huh? Look at that beard. His son was meant to be selling cobalts to goddamn married preschool teacher, son. That he needs to be slinging Chevys, not The Rock, because we got a problem. So let's have this conversation. This is what this video should have been about. Apparently, there's a Florida State fan who said that he would eat dog poop if Florida State lost to Boston College, and then deleted his Twitter during the first half of the game. That's what we like to call not standing. Oh, sorry. How the kids would like to call not standing on no type of business. If you going to eat the shit, son, you better eat the shit because I don't know what's happened. This is real life. 321 Knowles. Let's see. Can we find his account, please? At 321 Knowles. Make sure it's actually deleted. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. This is of all teams, Boston College is not when you make the poop joke or the poop bet. I gotta be real with you. I gotta be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Boston College is if y'all been playing NCAA 25, you know Boston College got them wigglies. You know what I'm saying? So it should be no surprise. Not no surprise, but it would be ill-advised if you decided to do a poop bet. And they were at home. Oh, that makes it. Oh my! I keep forgetting they were at home. It's not all sinking into me how bad he is. DJ does need a job. Gotta be honest with you. DJ's gonna need a job, son. We're gonna have to figure something out. We're gonna have to figure something out, son. Let's just grab some of these memes, and then also what I'm gonna do. Florida State's offense. The SEC should publicly invite Florida State now as a bit. That'd be pretty great. And I guess this is the guy. And this is an angry Knowles fan saying, hate me, block me, remove me from this page. I don't care. The officials of this game have totally screwed us as much as they can. Yikes. That's a big yikes. That's a big one, dog. It's not looking hot on the block, man. It's not looking hot on the block. I mean, look at how the memes roll. I gotta download them. I'm sorry. DJ, you gotta be fucking kidding me. You gots to be. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Running all over these boys. I'm just grabbing them. I'm snagging them, dog. The fall off from Jordan Travis to DJU is the biggest fall off in college football since the fall off from Trevor Lawrence to DJU. Hey man, it's facts, dog. It's real deal facts. This season, scoring drives allowed. We got 6 plays, 79 yards, 14 plays, 75 yards, 14. God dang, dog. Running the score of this is pathetic. This is some sad stuff. What if they lost every single game? What is he doing? I feel so bad for this man, dog. I feel so bad for ever since Jordan Travis went down, he has been spiraling. Spiraling. This is crazy. Let's go to one more place. Before we go anywhere, we gotta hop on Reddit just to see how they're taking everything because this is gonna be top post game thread. Florida State. Let's hop in it. Let's talk about it. Winning the rushing battle 263 yards to 21 yards. FSU's running backs had 8 total carries. This is what I mean by we can't just blame DJU and it's not just all him. In what game plan do you make the quarterback of DJU's caliber result in your running backs only have 8 guys? You know what I'm trying to say. How do you rely on DJU's arm that much? And another thing I want to say, and I'm not sure if this is a DJU thing or if this is a scheme thing or just because whatever, why don't you get your big 245 running downhill? He made a few runs, but I'm like, yo, after the failed wide open touch, we got to be thinking let's do what they doing. Copycat offense. Let's start everybody running, quarterback running. Let's do it because you're a truck. You're 27 years old. He's not. He's 24. You're 27 years old. It's your 17th year in college football. You got to make something happen against BC at home. Golly. Wow. Yeah, I don't know what you do with DJUs, man. I don't know what you do. DJ threw it 42 times. and they only gave the ball off 8 times. Like, come on, dog. Homeskilled the biscuit. I forgot his name. You know what I'm talking about. Norvell. He's a deer in headlights right now. That's what's happening. He lost Jordan Travis. The playoff situation happened. They got mollywopped by Georgia, and now we're here in another season with an overrated quarterback that y'all never should have rolled out any NIL funds for if y'all thought that he was going to be anything other than what he is, with a game plan to not be suitable for his strengths at all, because there's not a lot of them. Yeah, man. Florida State fans, let me know how you're feeling. Other fans of the ACC, let me know how you're feeling. Am I too hard? Am I wrong? Do I know ball? Do I not know ball? Bouncing balls? Who knows? You'd be amazing. You'd be phenomenal. You leave a like on this video. Dislike if you don't like this video. Comment your team down below. Hook 'em horn.